Saturday morning here, down in the snake room, about to put some males in with some females. But before I do, I have 4 or 5 females that I'd like to ultrasound really quick. This video really is just going to be based around the ultrasounding, and mainly because lately I've had people asking, when do you know it's the right time to buy an ultrasound, or at what point do you need one? And all I can say from my experience is you don't need an ultrasound to do this. However, I believe it's very helpful, mainly in the very beginning, and then kind of like in the middle of the season, to check not only for follicles in the beginning to make sure your females are ready to start breeding, because there's no reason to put a male in with a female and have him go through all that work if she doesn't have any follicles. So that's a good reason to have one, because you can actually check the female first, see if there's even just some tiny 5-6 millimeter follicles starting, and then from there you can start introducing a male. But that's good to see down the road as they're building. Just another shot real quick to make sure they are actually still growing. I know people who they check their females every month or every 6 weeks, and they breed 3 to 4 times a year, and that's it. Just in those at 10 mil, 25 mil, 30 mil, etc. I still breed every 3 weeks regardless, but I do take a look at the females about halfway through, just to make sure I'm actually getting some growth and there's some movement in those follicles. Because if she stalls, or if I notice that the follicle size starts to go down as she's reabsorbing, there's really no reason to continue. Well, if she stalls, it's a good time to throw a male in and see if you can get that to keep going. If she starts to reabsorb, you might as well cut her for the year. I don't see a reason to keep introducing a male and stressing him out for nothing. So I have, 3 females who I have paired at least once or twice, and then I've stopped pairing because I haven't seen any locks. So I want to check on their follicle development, see if there is any, or if they're done for the year. And then I got a couple girls who I'm planning on introducing a male hopefully this year, but I want to make sure they're actually starting to show follicles. If not, then we're just going to wait and probably push them off till next season. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm just going to put the camera lens on the ultrasound, and I'll kind of talk over in the background, let you know what I'm looking for. Alright guys, hopefully I have this zoomed in enough for you and you can see what's going on here. I'll try and stay out of your way, and I'll try to explain what's going on. So this is the image right here. Let me move that a little bit. There we go. Alright, so this is where the image is going to appear. I usually set my, a lot of people I see do like 55, which is right there. That's the width of the screen. I just blow mine out. I don't know. That's just what I do. I got my ultrasound gel on my probe ready to go. We're going to grab our first female. I'm just going to put her up here, do a quick scan. I got my foot pedal so I can freeze it, and then we'll put her back. So the first one I'm going to grab, let's see, is going to be a girl who I've paired a handful of times. She's a large girl. She hasn't eaten in a long time. Is this het pie? I don't know if you can see her here. Probably not. I'm just not going to show her. I'll keep the camera where it's at. Just a regular het pie, nothing special. She's like, 3,000 grams. So we're going to get down here, and we're just going to look for anything. So there, yeah, there's some follicles there. So she should be being bred. Right there's a follicle. So I'm going to freeze the screen. I'm going to put her back, and we're going to let her see a male today then. Like I said, I haven't bred her in a while. She hasn't eaten in a while. The last couple times I did put a male in with her, I didn't see any locks. So I'm going to lift that up. So I don't know if you can see it really good. I can. Right there's the follicle. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to measure this. Put on the edge of the follicle. Set. Go across to here. And she's at 24 mils. So she definitely needs to be bred. So here's the problem. We had purchased a Coral Glow pinstripe pied male to use this year. He won't eat. He's just sitting over there chilling. And he's not of size. He's not ready. So he doesn't get to do anything. I do have a pastel blackhead het pied male that we produced last year that we'd like to pair and get some blackhead pieds, but het to het I'd rather not. I'd love to make some pieds this year, so it really just leaves us with our male pied. That's all it is a single gene pied. So I think that's who we're going to pair up this year, just the pied to the het pied. That way hopefully we can actually make some pieds for the first time ever. So let's go ahead and move on to the next girl. Alright, so this girl here, she's a hypo pied. Trying to give you a little bit idea what she is. I've never paired her. She's out of quarantine now. However, she hasn't eaten for us at all. So I really just want to see if she's got anything at all. And there is some there. I mean, like right there's a... Well, there's something, so I'm going to measure that really quick while I got her out. And I'm going to take a minute. Oh, let's go to set. I need 13 mils. So let's go ahead and I'm going to check her one more time. I mean, right there's a good follicle. This girl, if I remember, I think she's 2 years old, 2.5 years old. There's just either one though. I'm gonna put a little more gel on here. Gel is key. I mean, I've run it dry and still gotten some decent pictures, but I mean, the gel is key. Alright, so that's the bladder, or the gallbladder. So yeah, there's some up there. I mean, she could be paired. There's a bunch of little follicles. All these are follicles right here. These dark circles. And you can see them all across there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pair her up. And the main reason why, not necessarily to get her going. I mean, if she does, that'll be great. But the main reason is because sometimes when you pair your girls, it gets them to start eating. And I want her to start eating more than anything. So we're going to pair her. Alright, so this here is a super pastel blackhead bamboo. I know you can't see her really well. I have the camera zoomed in so you can see the screen. That's most important. I was just trying to get you a little idea what she looked like. So super pastel blackhead bamboo female. Currently she is sitting right at 1,588 grams. She eats sporadically. She's not a huge eater. I mean, she eats typically pretty well, but lately she's been on and off. She'll eat a week, take a week or two off, eat a week, take a week or two off. But I was pairing her to our... Oh, there's some follicles. So yeah, so see, she's got follicles. They're just not really going anywhere right now, which is fine. I gotta turn my probe around actually. So there's a follicle. Just want to keep her from running is the main thing. Yeah, there's some follicles. Again, they're not huge, but they're just starting. So she's going to be a late breeder for this year. She could be paired. I've paired her a couple times to a male, and I've seen no locks. So she's definitely pairable. We're going to continue to go that route. I'm going to introduce the male again this week because it's been a few weeks since I paired him because I kind of thought she stalled. And this here is a champagne Enchi hypo. So Enchi mimosa. This girl here is 1,490 grams. She's like 2 years old. She's always been a sporadic year for us. So we're going to see if she's got any follicle growth at all. And I think there's some right up in here, but I'll be honest, right now it doesn't look good. I'm gonna say there is no reason to pair this girl right now. I don't see her having any follicle growth to go with. And I had paired her a couple times and never seen a lock. And this is why. So this is where the ultrasound comes in handy. Because now I've paired, like I said, a couple times and I don't see anything. So had I paired her, had I scanned her before I ever paired her, I would have never wasted a male, wasted his time to go with this girl if she wasn't ready. So, yeah, there's just nothing there. I think the last girl I'm going to check, is going to be this Candino girl. She's a year and a half old. We produced her back in 2019. So she's almost 2. Still a little small. She's just at 1,400 grams. So there's no rush on her. But it's nice to get an idea of where my older girls, older as in like of age, are going. Yeah, see, so she's not, there's no reason to pair this girl at all. So we'll check her maybe in the fall, see if she's ready then, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so that's ultrasounding for today. Like I said, I just wanted to get a baseline on a couple girls, see where a couple girls are at, and go from there. It's really nice to see that that pet pied girl actually has some follicle growth, because I kind of just pushed her off and decided, nope, we're going to stop with her. So, yeah, I'm going to pair her, most likely going to pair her to our regular pied, because he's a proven breeder. He's done this a couple of years. He's up to size. I mean, he's a big boy. If anybody's going to get the job done this year, it'll be him. She did lay a clutch for us last year. However, she was one of those clutches that we had where the entire clutch went bad in the incubator, which I believe was all on me. So this year, since we're doing something different, we get a nice solid clutch from her. I think we got 12 or 13 eggs last year from her. That's 12 or 13 chances to have had pieds. Hopefully this year she gives us a nice clutch. We can put it in the incubator, be successful, and actually get some pieds this year, because this will be year 3 where we're trying to get pieds and we've yet to actually produce a pied. So that's good. We're going to get her to work. We're going to get her back in the swing of things. Hopefully she'll pick up on some food. She'll start growing, and get moving along in the breeding process. The cool thing is I see that double hat or that double visual hypo-pied girl. We're going to pair her this weekend, not only to help with, maybe getting some follicles to start moving, because she does have some there, but mainly hopefully that'll trigger her to start eating, which will be a huge success. Get her on food, get her active, get her going, and then hopefully she'll grow throughout the next handful of months, and we maybe get a late clutch from her this year. So that's it today, guys. I hope this video helped. Again, ultrasounds aren't needed. They're a good tool. For us, it really came down to, we had a horrible year last year with our incubator problems, and we have males that went off food and took forever to get back on food. And matter of fact, there's a couple who aren't even breeding this year because they're still, they're healthy, they're eating, but they're eating so irregular that we don't want to put them into the breeding program this year until they get back solid going. And a lot of that could have been from overworking, who knows. So we decided it was worth the money to buy the ultrasound. We bought a good one. We spent the big money, but now I don't have to waste time with my males, putting them in prematurely. It's good for neither of them. They don't need to go through that. So if you're looking at an ultrasound, You know, I know a lot of people are trying the cheaper ones, and some people are having success with them, so that's one way to go. I went with this because I trusted the person who was selling them. I was okay with the investment, and I really wanted to have success this year, making sure I don't overwork our males, pair when it isn't necessary, and also can check on the growth and make sure that we're not seeing girls, you know, dive down and reabsorb like we did last year. So, thanks again, guys. We appreciate your support. Thanks for swinging by and watching this video. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, you know, do all the YouTube things, and also use the link down below to go to usart.org. Make sure you check them out because, again, as always, like I say, they're here to help us fight legislation that wants to stop us from being able to do what we do. So jump on the bandwagon, get yourself a membership, or at least donate when you can. It's for a great cause, and it'll help you because, remember, it may not be your species today, but if we allow legislators to jump in and take over our rights, it will be your species tomorrow. Take care, guys. We'll see you in the next video.